This morning, we are following some breaking news coming out of Cape Coral, where firefighters are on the scene of a fire at Sunsplash Family Water Park.
And Wayne News reporter Stephanie Seskine is there right now, speaking with the fire department. In fact, it's happening right now, so we're going to listen in live on what they have to say about this overnight fire.
It's not safe to enter the building, even though the flames have actually been extinguished. We'll have to wait until the building becomes safer to enter to start the investigation. From what I understand, Sunsplash will be closed today. Whether or not it opens in a day or two will be depend on the investigation and what the investigation finds, and then the city will determine after that if they're going to be able to open it.
You said that the director of Sunsplash is on scene here. How is she handling all of this?
She is in a little bit of shock right now, and obviously very upset. Obviously, this is Sunsplash's busy time with the very warm weather, so I know that everybody in Cape Coral is going to be very disappointed that they cannot enjoy Sunsplash today, and we all hope that they're able to reopen soon.
Did the fire alarms go off?
That I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know the answer to that one.
And it was just contained to that one building?
It was contained to the one building.
And it's a total loss?
Mm-hmm. It is a total loss. The estimate for the damages has not been completed yet, but the building itself is a total loss.
How many crews responded?
We've sent a couple home still, and 2 more came. Probably 2-3 battalions, division chief, a ladder, a couple of rescues, a couple of engines, so probably 8 to 9, maybe even 10 crews responded, and that's like units, and then individual people, there's at least 3 on a truck. So
I don't know if you said, but what time was the initial call?
Around 1 o'clock in the morning, and it came in as a tree on fire, and then as everybody got closer, it was upgraded to a structure fire.
And you said that building is a restaurant, gift shop, and guest service?
Yes, from what I understand, it's like where the cash room is. So I don't know if it was like a public guest service, but it was kind of an integral part of the park for like behind the scenes operations.
To your knowledge, has there been anything like this at Sunsplash before?
Not that I'm aware of. This was my first time at Sunsplash.
It's a city-run facility,
Yep.
right?
Yes, it is. And that's why the city will determine when it will open again once the investigation has been completed, and they can determine whether or not they can safely cordon off the area so that they can open the park.
I know it's early, but anything looking suspicious yet?
Zero information, just because the fire it's just impossible to get even closer to have even any idea what could have caused the fire. So, yep, unfortunately, no idea yet.
As of right now, we don't know if anyone was on scene or not.
Right, there doesn't appear to have been anybody on scene. The call came in from, I'm not exactly sure who, but an outside source just happened to see some flames, and then they called it in, and then PD units started responding around and could see more flames, so then it was upgraded, and then when the crews got here, they saw that it was indeed a structure fire instead. So there was nobody on premises before our arrival. Fortunately, that means nobody was injured.
And all the firefighters okay?
Yes, they are. They've been doing a lot of recovery, so that's why there are so many crews, because it's so hot outside. We don't want anybody to get overheated, so they'll work for a certain amount of time while another crew rests, and then they'll swap in and out to make sure that everybody stays safe.
How long do you all estimate before the hot spots are taken out?
They're almost done. They're just going to keep putting water on it to make sure that nothing reignites. So the fire is out, but they're just going to keep putting water on it just to be safe.
Any idea how long it took to actually extinguish the flames?
It took a couple of hours. It did. Yep.
Several hours. So the call came in at 1. What time would you say the fire was extinguished?
I'm not sure what time they called the fire out, but I was here around 3, and there were still a few flames showing. So at least 2 hours. It was this wooden building, and it was fully engulfed by the time that we got here, and very, very hot. So.
Do you know how big the building is?
I don't, unfortunately.
So how tall were the flames?
There is a palm. I'm really bad at estimating heights and stuff like that. I apologize.
About the
But
size of that palm tree behind you?
It was actually a shorter palm tree, so maybe in kind of the divot area. And that was a tree that was away from the building that has singe marks on it. So the building's tall, and then they probably went a foot or two above that. So I missed that actual part. It was just smaller flames when I got here. But from what I understand, when they came in, they could see the heat and the flames and the smoke from the parking lot. So. All right. Everybody good? Sweet.
All right, we've been listening to the public information officer there in Cape Coral talking about the Sunsplash Family Water Park fire. This fire breaking out while you were sleeping, most likely. The flames have been put out, but as far as the extent of the damage, as she mentioned there, they're not exactly sure. They're going to have to assess that. They're not sure if this is a suspicious fire. But Wink News will have updates throughout this morning. Our reporter Stephanie Susskind is live on that scene, and we'll check back in with her in just a bit.
Another breaking story for you right now, a suicide bombing, again, this time in Yemen. Officials saying it happened at a security compound near the international airport in Aden, and at least 10 people are dead. Right now, no group is claiming responsibility for the bombing, but it's happening at the end of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. In the past, Yemen has been hit by attacks from ISIS, and officials are expecting the death toll of 10 to rise.
And talking weather, get ready for the hottest day of the year so far, 96 degrees, but during the peak of the afternoon, you throw in some humidity, it's going to feel as hot as 105 here across Southwest Florida. So folks, get ready for it. Doppler radar is dry, a few isolated showers in the open waters, but our morning is going to be mostly quiet and dry. 81 degrees, it feels like almost 90 at this early hour when you throw in some of that humidity with our muggy meter, the double whammy, plenty of it. The dew point is at 78, one of the highest levels of the year so far. Temperatures right now, upper 70s, lower 80s, 82 in Cape Coral, 81 in Fort Myers and Marco Island at 81. Here's what it feels like as you step outside, 92 in Cape Coral. It feels like 91 in Naples, so please stay cool as we head throughout the day. Here's the game plan hour by hour. We will have a mostly dry morning. We will have those passing clouds, and then by the afternoon, evening hours, honestly, it's going to be heat. That will be the primary headline. A couple spotty storms are still possible as we head into the afternoon, evening hours with pockets of heavy rain, some lightning, and some gusty winds. But when you compare those who will be wet to those who will be dry, most of us will be dry for your Wednesday afternoon and evening.
And only less than 5 minutes ago, more breaking news. A South African judge sentencing double Olympic amputee runner Oscar Pistorius to 6 years in jail. Pistorius was facing as much as 15 years behind bars after being found guilty of both shooting and killing his girlfriend back in 2013. However, the legal drama can roll on as the prosecution and Pistorius now have the opportunity to appeal the sentence he's just been given. 4:38 and coming out of Campaign Central, a year-long investigations come to an end. No charges are going to be filed against Hillary Clinton for using that private email server. The director of the FBI says that no prosecutor could bring a case against her for using that server while she was Secretary of State. Wink News anchor Sean Kreisman, he's here in the studio with what it means for the Clinton campaign. Sean?
Yeah, Rob, FBI Director James Comey says Clinton and her aides were extremely careless in their handling of sensitive, highly classified information. Comey said at least 110 of Clinton's emails contained classified information when she sent or received them, and it's possible hackers could have gained access. The President Obama campaigned with Clinton for the first time Tuesday in Charlotte. Neither mentioned the investigation. Clinton's email case may be over in the eyes of the justice system. Attorney General Loretta Lynch said she would accept the FBI's findings, but Clinton may have a tougher time in the court of public opinion. Donald Trump came out swinging at the FBI for recommending Hillary Clinton not be criminally charged for using a private email server.
Our enemies may have a blackmail file on Crooked Hillary, and this alone means that she should not be allowed to serve as President of the United States.
Donald Trump is simply unqualified and temperamentally unfit to be our President and Commander-in-Chief.
Today, Clinton has another campaign stop in Atlantic City, New Jersey. She is set to take aim at Trump's failed business dealings in town. Rob?
All right, Sean, locally, the race for District 79 in the Florida State House of Representatives is going to have a new candidate for your vote. John Scott will be formally announcing his run for that seat tomorrow morning at 10. The announcement being made at Manatee Park. It's in the 10,000 block of Palm Beach Boulevard in Fort Myers. This morning, the Zika virus is still spreading Florida leads the nation for the highest number of confirmed cases.
Plus, everyone loves saving money at the pump, but could all that cheap gas be actually putting your life at risk?
And after the break, Wink News meteorologist Matt Devitt warning you about today. It's going to be hot in our forecast.
You say you don't know, you tell me don't lie. You work